It is graduation season, like you said, for college students all across the Triad, and it's certainly an interesting time to graduate as the U.S. is facing a worker shortage amid the Great Resignation. But a career expert at High Point University has some tips for new graduates as well as folks hoping to make a career change. I'd like to welcome Dr. Doug Hall joining us live. He is the Vice President for HPU's Office of Career and Professional Development. Dr. Hall, it is great to have you.
Oh, thank you so much, Audrey. Glad to be here.
Good morning. So let's first talk about how people can make the very best out of their job search.
No, great question. And, thinking about this time of year, with students being, done with school, and even, like you said, thinking about people who are maybe transitioning to different careers, with the assumption that you are, having your resume, your cover letters, your LinkedIn profiles kind of updated and ready to go. Some things to think about, as you're transitioning to your work search is to really be open and flexible, to all opportunities. I try to get students and individuals to think about, all the different skills, that they've acquired and how they can be used in different places. You'd be surprised, you could be very focused on, maybe tapping into one industry or a specific type of employer, but really being open and flexible, because you'd be surprised like where the hidden gems are for opportunities out there. And then the other component I like to have individuals to think about is to be humble, hungry, and smart as it relates to the job search. This is what companies are looking for now. They want you to be, humble enough that you have the skills, but, you can be taught what you need to do, hungry enough to go after the work and be an asset to the organization, but smart enough, to learn the information, the company wants you to know. So they're going to provide you with the training, but they want to make sure that you're smart enough to grab that information.
Hungry, humble, and smart, you said?
Yes, humble, hungry, and smart.
Those are great. Now, what about networking? What do you find the importance of networking is for not only grads, but really just anyone in the business?
No, great question. And so, with networking, I'm huge on relationship management. And a lot of times, people tend to hire who they know as well as who they like. And so, obviously having the skills necessary to do the work, but relationship matters in the workspace. And so how you do that is, one, you can leverage your LinkedIn profile, by using your network. If you're in the platform, for our college graduates, you can utilize the alumni network feature within LinkedIn. But, being out there to inquire of individuals who are in the workspace, being open to asking questions, taking intentional action to kind of get to know a company, maybe speak with employees about their experiences. And I'm speaking primarily to informational interviewing, right? Which is a skill, you could take into any job search or any interview, because that gives you an insight as to what kind of work you could find yourself into, getting a feel for company culture, values, and some of the great opportunities that are within that organization.
And Dr. Hall, talking about the job search process, it can be pretty stressful, and some people may feel anxious. They don't even know where to begin. But how do you recommend people kind of relaxing and trusting the process?
Yes, no, I like how you said that, really trusting the process, because it is a process and it takes time. And so while, individuals may be anxious to secure employment and things like that, but I'm of the thought that it's nice to be able to kind of slow down and maybe, reflect on the journey a little bit, like, thinking about, the past experiences that you've had that have gotten to where you are now, looking at the skills that's been acquired, leadership experiences, community relationship experiences you've had, all of those different things. It's a good idea to maybe kind of look through the resume, look through your LinkedIn profile, and just take that time to relax and say, I had quite an experience, and really trying to look to unpack some great stories that come out of those things that you've done. And then finally, I think about just having fun with this process. Instead of looking at it as to, I have to find a job or I have to secure employment, how about I get to meet new people, I get to explore new opportunities, I get to find out about companies that I didn't have an opportunity to learn about at one point. And so that's where I think the excitement and taking someone else with you on your journey, I think really helps engage you in the process to make it more enjoyable than more of a task and painful.
Absolutely. Dr. Hall, it's been a pleasure having you live here on the Local Vibe. Thank you so much. And folks at home, you can always learn more about High Point University's Office of Career and Professional Development at highpoint.edu/internship.